Welcome to the Explainer. So today we're diving into a toolkit, really, built for a world where you just can't believe your eyes anymore. I mean, how are we supposed to find the truth when deepfakes are literally indistinguishable from reality? Well, there's this one project called WaarheidVerse, and it thinks it has some answers. All right, let's just jump right in with this pretty stark observation from the project's creator. The game has totally changed. You know that little instinct we all used to have for spotting fakes? That feeling of, something's not quite right here. Yeah, according to this, that's obsolete. Done. We are in completely new territory now. And that right there brings us to the core challenge, doesn't it? This is a question that needs more than just some new software or a fancy app. No, it demands a completely new way of thinking about information itself. So what's the solution they're proposing? Well, it's a radical shift in our default setting. Instead of just assuming something is real until it's proven fake, you just flip the script entirely. The new rule of thumb? It's all fake until it can be proven real. You have to start with skepticism. Treat everything, and I mean everything, as a potential fabrication until you can actually verify its authenticity. So let's talk about the new truth problem. And honestly, this is the landscape we are all navigating, right? It's a world where incredibly sophisticated AI can just flood our feeds with content that looks real, sounds real, feels real, but it's not. Next up, broadcasting from the fringe. So, how do we even begin to respond to a problem this big? Well, one answer comes in a really interesting form: a broadcast. It's kind of like a modern talk show that just leans right into the weird and the uncertain. And here it is. It's called WaarheidVerse. Waarheid, by the way, is Dutch for truth. And the whole project is modeled after those classic late-night radio shows, like Art Bell's. It dives into absolutely everything from, say, interstellar objects to the very nature of consciousness. And this is the key part, it's got this modern, AI-powered twist. And this really gets to the heart of the project's mission. See, the goal isn't to give you the answers. It's about giving you the tools to find them for yourself. It's about showing you how to investigate, what kind of questions you should be asking, and how you can start building your very own toolkit for getting around in this crazy new world. Okay, Section 3, the Investigator's AI Toolkit. So, what exactly are these tools? Let's get down to brass tacks here and see how a talk show actually becomes a kind of collaborative research project. The whole show was basically born from a frustration that I think we can all relate to. You hear something absolutely fascinating, some wild theory, a really strange event, and then you're just left on your own, trying to navigate this endless sea of search results. It's overwhelming. Well, WaarheidVerse was created to change exactly that. So, here is the layman's research method in action. It's this super simple but really powerful four-step process. Okay, so first, you gather your sources. Let's say you collect all the transcripts from a bunch of YouTube videos on one specific topic. Step 2, you feed all of that text into an AI tool, something like Notebook LM. Then, step 3, you use that AI as your own personal research assistant. You ask it to summarize things, compare different sources, find recurring themes. And finally, step 4 is where you find the truth. You sift through all those patterns to find that one consistent little nugget of truth that keeps popping up. And I absolutely love this analogy. It's basically saying we should treat online data like an ancient legend. Think about it. Any single story might be mostly fantasy, right? But when you compare dozens of them, legend over legend over legend, a common thread almost always emerges. That little plausible event that probably inspired them all in the first place, that's the grain of truth you're looking for. And this is so crucial. This is not about some secret, walled-off proprietary technology. The entire project is built on one thing: accessibility. They use publicly available AI, they prioritize free tools, and they make sure the process is simple enough that literally anyone can replicate it. It's all about democratizing the whole process of investigation. Okay, let's move on to a wrench for reality. This is where we go beyond just the digital tools and get into something a little more abstract. We're talking about conceptual tools designed to fundamentally change how we see the world itself. Because, let's be honest, sometimes the most powerful tool you can have isn't an app on your phone. It's a new perspective. The project basically argues that if you want to understand some truly strange phenomena, you might just need an equally strange lens to look at it through. So take this as a core example, the field first theory. It's a conceptual model that totally flips our understanding of self completely on its head. The basic idea? We've got it all backwards. The theory suggests that we are not physical bodies that somehow create consciousness. Instead, we are fields of consciousness that project our physical bodies. So let's break this down. The old model, the matter first model, basically sees us as biological machines, right? Consciousness is just this lucky byproduct of complex matter. But this new field first model, it suggests we're the spark first. We're a field of energy, and our physical body is the effect, not the cause. We're the sparks that are condensing solids, not the other way around. It's a huge shift. And this metaphor just captures the idea so perfectly. You aren't the bell. You are the resonance. Think about that. Your body is the instrument, yeah? It's the bell. But you, your actual consciousness, your identity, you're the sound it makes. You are that unique resonance. You're the vibration. And look, this is a really key distinction. The creator is adamant. This isn't some new religion or a belief system you have to adopt. It's offered up as a functional tool, a mental wrench. You use it to see if it helps you pry open your own perception of reality. Maybe it gives you a new perspective that changes how you see your health, not just as biology, but as harmony, or how you see your goals, not as things to achieve, but as frequencies to tune into. If it works for you, awesome. If not, you just put it down. All right, so your quest begins now. Everything we've talked about, the AI research methods, these wild conceptual models, it all leads to one final, really empowering takeaway. When you boil it all down, the ultimate goal of this project isn't to end the search for truth. It's actually about helping you begin your own. It's a starting point. It's a toolkit, both practical and philosophical. And more than anything, it's an encouragement to go on your own personal quest for understanding, especially in a world that so desperately needs independent thinkers right now. And so the final challenge kind of turns the whole question back on you. If you are the resonance, then the responsibility for that resonance is yours, right? The ultimate question isn't just what is the nature of reality, but something much more personal. How will you tune your bell?